Welcome back to another amazing episode of the pod today. If you hear a little background noise, the radiator in here is going nuts.
Yeah, there's no way for us to turn it down either, so it's just gonna have to suffer with us.
Yeah, we have zero temperature control. But do you believe how nice it's been lately?
Mm-hmm.
Insane.
Dude, when I walked out this morning and saw how sunny it was, ho, ho, ho,
I was like, I feel God sourcing through my veins right now.
springtime.
We finally made it to spring. It's only April. We'll get about a month of spring, and then it'll be dead hot summer.
Watch, it's gonna just downpour with snow in like a week. It's just gonna come back.
It was supposed to snow on Sunday, and then
Oh, really?
uh, yeah, it's no longer supposed to. It
Jeez,
heated up a little. But I was like, bruh.
that's crazy.
um, yeah, and then also, yesterday it was so nice. I went for a 3.5 mile run.
3.5 mile thing.
Yeah, it was like just under 30 minutes. I was like, oh, let's just go for 30 minutes. My problem is when I go running, I don't know how to run slow. I only
Mm,
know how to run as fast as my push off is.
yeah.
Push off is about 8 minute pace. So I like
Yeah.
warming up. The first like 8 minutes, I can go slow because I'm not like that warm yet.
Yeah.
But then once I'm cooking, I just like I can't stop. I have to go like 8 minute pace, which kind of sucks.
That does suck.
My average pace was like 8:20, and I was like, well, I was hoping to average about 8:40 to 9. Not. It was my first run in like 3 weeks. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna be really sore. I'm not too bad today. I stretched.
Hey, once you get over that first hump, then it's easier after that.
It's true.
So,
Yeah, we're waking up to work out this morning was brutal. Oh yeah, also it is 8 a.m. here, so
yes.
and it's a Thursday, so we're switching it up a little
Yeah.
for the
Yep.
retreat.
Friday's pretty busy day, and I'm heading home. So,
And he's heading home. Are you doing anything when you go home?
my sister is coming home, so I'm gonna be spending the weekend with her. I haven't seen her in over a year.
Because she lives
Arizona.
Arizona. Yeah.
So, yep, and it's her baby shower. So,
Oh, she's having a kid.
her first kid. Yeah,
Congratulations.
yes, very exciting.
That is very exciting. Well, honestly, let's just hop into it today. Right, so you got the first part of the first reading you said?
I do got that art of reading one. Yes. Acts chapter 2, verses 14 and 22 through 33. Then Peter stood up. Oh my gosh. Then Peter stood up with the 11, raised his voice, and proclaimed, "You who are Jews, indeed, all of you staying in Jerusalem, let this be known to you, and listen to my words. You who are Israelites, hear these words. Jesus the Nazarene was a man commended to you by God, with mighty deeds, wonders, and signs, which God worked through him in their midst, as you yourselves know. This man, delivered up by the set plan and foreknowledge of God, you killed, using lawless men to crucify him. But God raised him up, releasing him from the throes of death, because it was impossible for him to be held by it. For David says of him, I saw the Lord ever before me. With him at my right hand I shall not be disturbed. Therefore my heart has been glad, and my tongue has exulted. My flesh too will dwell in hope, because you will not abandon my soul to the netherworld, nor will you suffer your Holy One to see corruption. You have made known to me the paths of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence."
My brothers, one can confidently say to you about the patriarchy David that he died and was buried, and in his tomb in the is in our midst to this day. But since he was a prophet and knew that God had sworn an oath to him that he would set one of his descendants upon his throne, he foresaw and spoke of resurrection of Whew, of the Christ.
It's one of those days, man.
Struggling. That neither was he abandoned to the netherworld, nor did his flesh see corruption. God raised God raised this Jesus of this we are all witnesses, exalted at the right hand of God. He received the promise of the Holy Spirit from the Father and poured him forth as you see and hear. It's
This
kind
is
of
a
weird. It felt like
rough
the
first reading.
first part and the second part kind of just like reflected each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I can see that, especially with the
The last
part,
part.
yeah, saying nor that neither was he abandoned to the world, nor did his flesh see corruption. It's very similar to what David said there. Um, but yeah, I think the first part is interesting. We got that image of Peter, you know, leading the 11 um as the Pope.
Okay, so
And
he is the Pope, right? Like right
yeah,
when
at
Jesus
this point.
comes back, he like names him Pope pretty much.
Yeah, yep. hmm He puts him in charge of his church. Uh
It kind of sounds like Peter kind of sounds like Jesus um when he goes, let's be known to you, listen to my word. Um he's basically saying, listen to me and what I tell you to do, and then he's gonna tell them to go out and like spread the gospel, and it's kind of what Jesus did. Go out and multiply.
yeah. Yeah,
Like,
no, that's a good point. That yeah. He's basically just continuing Jesus's work. Uh and yeah. I don't know. This one's like
this
a
one,
this one I don't I don't feel like there's much to really like
yeah, it's like
pull out of it. I'm
long,
sure
but
there
there's not
is.
much to pull from.
Yeah. I'm sure there is. Maybe we're just too tired to like
Yeah, I
pull
mean,
out of it, but
you could point out how David had faith that God was going to follow through on his promise and bring him to heaven and like bring down Jesus Christ after he died. Because
hmm
isn't Jesus a descendant of David?
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you could talk about the promise on that. Um, and how, I mean, David, he wasn't perfect, obviously, but he mostly stayed the course, and how we should also mostly stay the course in the faith that we see Jesus, or if we're alive when Jesus comes down again,
hmm
that, well, first off, you better hope you're believing. It's going to be a tough look for you.
Yeah. Um Actually, I'm just looking at the kind of middle of it where it said this man delivered up by the set plan and foreknowledge of God, you killed using lawless men to crucify him. No, there's that uh image of, God planned this out. He's been
Mhm.
planning this out for a very long time. And um, you know, even though they used lawless men to crucify him and kill him in such a brutal way, like this is still a part of God's plan, and I think that can be especially like applicable to us. Like even though we don't understand what's going on and the evils that's going on around us, we know that it's all part of God's plan.
God's plan.
God's plan.
Drake.
I was just about to say that.
That's good. I'm going to move on if you're going to move on.
Yeah, that's good to me. So that's a hard one to
Have fun. Maybe Peter
Most
with
of
us with some
help us out.
absolute knowledge bombs. All right. Second reading, First Peter 1:17 through 21. If you invoke as Father him who judges impartially according to each one's works, conduct yourselves with reverence during the time of your so- sojourning. That's a weird word.
Sojourn.
You're looking it up.
Yeah.
Realizing that you were ransomed from your fertile conduct handed on by your ancestors, not with perishable things like silver or gold, but with precious blood of Christ, as of spotless, unblemished lamb. He was known before the foundation of the world, but revealed in the final time for you, who through him believe in God, who raised him from the dead and gave him glory, so that your faith and hope are in. What did you find for
Um,
sojourn?
well, to sojourn is to stay somewhere temporarily. So it's like a traveling pilgrim or something. Someone who like stays in one spot temporarily and then moves
Kind of
off
like a
to a next
nomadic
place.
person.
Yeah, I like that.
So conduct yourself with reverence during the time of your nomadic realizing.
So
You
yeah, I think you
reverence.
could also replace that with like the time during the time of your pilgrimage or
Okay.
something, you know. Or like I guess wandering, not really having a place to stay,
Yeah.
I guess. Um, which I guess would be like all of us, before baptism or something. We're all wandering around kind of without a purpose,
Yeah.
not staying in one place.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And then, we come to Christ. Um, and we believe in him and we're baptized in his name and now we have a place to stay. We have a home, like a permanent home that we can go to.
Yeah. Also, if you invoke as Father him who judges impartially according to each other's one's works, this proves that you can't make it to heaven on works alone. It's got to be faith and
And works.
works.
True, true.
That
Yeah.
part proves it.
hmm Actually, that's interesting that you brought that up because in my world religions class, we just talked about Christianity and we talked about, the difference between Protestant beliefs and, Catholic beliefs and Orthodox beliefs and stuff like that. Um, and one thing we read about was like, the Catholic Church is misunderstood because um people think that we believe uh that we're justified by works,
Mhm.
but that's not what the Catholic Church teaches. We teach that we're justified by grace,
Yeah.
and you know the outpouring of the grace is the works that
Mhm.
we do. So now it's kind of like a effect
Yeah.
almost in that way.
And to receive grace, you also have to have faith.
hmm
So, because don't Protestants believe in just faith alone?
Yeah, sola
That's,
fide. Yeah.
yeah. Also, I was getting kind of a revelation feel in the second part here when he goes,
Oh.
he was known before the foundation of the world, but revealed in the final time for you. I was kind of thinking of like, God has been around since before the earth, obviously,
Forever.
forever, forever, ever.
Forever.
But he will come again on earth for its final days.
Mhm.
He'll send Jesus back down here for its final days. And that's what I was thinking about. But you could also think about how God has been around since before we were around, and he will be revealed to us on our final days too. Not just the earth days, but also when we get up to the gates, it's like, you shall pass or you shall not pass. It's
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love that wording of he was known before the foundation of the world. Uh,
I think the word known is interesting. 'Cause it's like
mm, mm,
known is like implying that someone else would like you know what I mean? It's like
mm,
almost as if someone else would have known God. But I guess if you think about the Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think that's just like, you know, God had no beginning. So, it's
It's
kind
hard to
of
think
weird.
about.
I know, dude. I
My
used to
brain just
always think about
turns.
I used to always think about that as a kid. Like I kept like trying to go back in time and back and further and further and further. But it's like, no, I can't do that because he has no beginning.
It's just so weird. I mean, you see like eternity or like infinity and like math all the time and stuff, but you never really think of it as like that. But like when you think about God, it's like so hard to think about infinity. You're like, how how do I possibly? I mean, we're not supposed to comprehend it yet,
Yeah,
but you're trying to like comprehend, and you're like, I don't know how to think about
dude, it
this.
hurts your brain. It
It
hurts your
does.
brain, bro.
It like freaks out, and you're like, all right, I gotta think about something else.
I know.
Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts.
But like, yeah, you got to also think of the fact that time is a man-made construct. It's not.
Hmm.
God is outside of time.
Yeah, time's irrelevant to
He's
God.
Yeah. So that's that's the other thing is that we try our best to think in human terms, but it's never going to explain, you know, in God terms.
It's squeak
Is it squeaking?
so loud.
I can like I
I
can
can
like hear
hear
like a
it
fuzziness in the background kind
through
of.
the headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they can hear it. Anyways, we haven't talked about the most important part though yet.
Hmm.
Not with perishable things like silver or gold, kind of in the middle, but with the precious blood of Christ. Just showing like the blood of Christ will forever last. It'll
Hmm.
never expire. As long as the Catholic faith is around, which hopefully forever,
Yeah.
the blood of Christ will forever be around. Whereas gold and silver, you know, once you die, you can't take that with
It's
you.
not useful
We're
to you.
not we're not Egyptians. You can't take it with you.
Yeah, yeah, it's just it's not useful to you in any way. You
Or money,
know?
money, or a Lambo, your house.
Mhm.
Can't take any of that
Can't
with
take
you.
any of it with you. So if you put that stuff above God, well, kind of out of luck there.
Can't take the
'Cause-
blood of Christ though.
yeah.
That's the one thing I miss about going to church here is receiving the blood
Mm-hmm.
because we don't
With the
do the blood
body,
here,
yeah.
which makes sense because it's college campus and it's cheaper too.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
sure I'm sure that's the
there's not a lot of college
that's the
kids
reason.
donating to the church who are
Yeah.
poor.
I would. I would.
If anything,
Yes, I
they're
would.
donating to us by giving us food.
Yeah. Hmm. Um
I'm pretty
I'm good on that. All right.
all right, gospel,
The
and then you
gospel.
stop at
It
the
is now the
third day
third day
this took
since this
place.
took place. Yep. All right. Gospel is according to Luke chapter 24, verses 13 through 35. That very day, the first day of the week, two of Jesus' disciples were going to a village 7 miles from Jerusalem called Emmaus, and they were conversing about all the things that had occurred. And it happened that while they were conversing and debating, Jesus himself drew near. Oh, Emmaus, my bad. Jesus himself drew near and walked with them, but their eyes were prevented from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing as you walk along?" They stopped, looking downcast. One of them, named Clopas, said to him in reply, "Are you the only visitor to Jerusalem who does not know of these things that have taken place there in these days?" Then he replied to them, "What sort of things?" They said to him, "The things that happened to Jesus the Nazarene, who was a prophet, mighty in deed and word, before God and all the people. How our chief priests handed how our chief priests and rulers both handed him over to a sentence of death and crucified him. But we were hoping that he would be the one to redeem Israel. And besides all this, it is now the third day since this took place."
Some women from our group, however, have astounded us. They were at the tomb early in the morning and did not find his body. Came back and reported what they had that they
Restart.
you could just skip my part, okay? Uh that they had indeed seen a vision of angels who announced that he was alive. Then some of those with us went to the tomb and found things just as the woman had described, but him they did not see. And he said to them, "Oh, how foolish you are, how slow of heart to believe all that the prophets spoke. Was it not necessary that the Christ should suffer these things and enter into his glory?" Then, beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he interrupted them what referred to him in all the scripture. As they approached the village to which they were going, he gave the impression that he was going on farther. But they urged him, "Stay with us, for it is near. It is nearly evening, and the day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them. And it happened that while he was with them at the table, he took bread, said it the blessing, broke it, and gave it to them with that their eyes were open, and they recognized him. But he vanished from their sight when they said to each other, Were not our hearts burning within us, while he spoke to us on the way and opened the scriptures to us? So they set out at once and returned to Jerusalem, where they found gathered together the 11 and those with who were saying, "The Lord has truly been raised and has appeared to Simon." Then the two recounted what had taken place on the way, and how he was made known to them in the breaking of bread. Wow. All right. I'm glad we're done reading for today. This part kind of reminded me of Doubting Thomas, where they were like, "I see it to believe it, man. I was there. I went there. I didn't see nothing. He was gone. You guys just got duped. I don't know what to tell you. You guys are lying. There's no angels there. There's just no body. You guys probably stole it.
Sometimes,
Can't believe you'd steal a dead body like that."
yeah. No, I love this. Especially seeing their reaction after their interaction with Jesus, them saying, "Were not our hearts on fire while he was talking to us?" Like
Yeah.
they knew something was going on. They felt it. They felt it inside. They just didn't, they didn't recognize it. And I think that's so cool because, how many times have we been on fire for something and then, you know, maybe we realized it afterward that, it was from God, or like afterward we kind of push it to the side, something like that.
Yeah, or like you're praying about something for so long, and then it finally happens, and you totally forget that God was the one that answered your prayers.
Hmm.
And then later you're like, "Oh, I've been praying about that, but it's been really good lately."
Yeah,
Oh, shoot. Let me
that's
pray to God and thank him real quick.
yeah, exactly. It's that recognition, um, you know.
I love how they came into town and everybody was just like, "You don't know what just happened." And they're like, "Nah, man. The letter hasn't gone there yet. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have social media right now. How am I supposed to know what happened?" That'd be crazy if Jesus was here today and you just had like social media and you're just like flicked up with Jesus today.
That'd be crazy. Uh, but um, I also love the part where Jesus, reminds them like, you know, how foolish you are, how slow of heart to believe all that the prophets spoke. He's like, guys, this was supposed to happen.
Mhm.
You know, Jesus was supposed to die. I guess he's talking about himself. He's talking about himself, but they don't know that yet. But, you know, he's supposed to suffer and die, but he will be raised on the third day. Did you not hear what not only he said, but what the prophets said, have been saying, have been prophesying, you know?
Yeah, and I like how the angels were shown to the people who already believed, because imagine if the angels were shown to people that don't believe. You know how like broken their mind would have been? Like they wouldn't, I feel like it would have been a waste. They wouldn't have been able to comprehend it. They would have like just like brushed it off, or like just gone insane because they wouldn't have been able to comprehend it. I feel like you have to be like, build up that little Jesus muscle before before you can hit the big weights.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Wonder what people's reactions would be to seeing an angel.
And I do like the point that you pointed out earlier, where they do ultimately see Jesus through the host, when they do uh the
Oh, they,
sacrifice.
yeah.
Because right then they do like a mass later.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I like
Broke the
how
bread. Yep.
I don't remember who's telling me, but like there's accounts where if priests start like doubting,
Mm.
and they do the presentation of the host, and it like turns into like actual flesh.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's like a good way to like bring them back on
Mm-hmm.
track. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. No, Eucharistic miracles are
that's the word I was looking
crazy.
for. Yeah, Eucharistic
Eucharistic
miracles.
miracles. They're so cool. They're so cool to read about because they're like, you know, the host actually turns into the flesh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it has like I don't know, like type AB blood or something like
Yeah,
that, you know.
and it's like Jesus'
Yeah,
blood.
it's Jesus'
It's
blood. Like, oh,
crazy. Well, that and like I feel like when you take the host, you're not supposed to like crunch it, right? You're supposed to
mm-hmm.
just let it dissolve in your mouth,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny when you drink the wine. 'Cause you're like, I still have a little host left, but okay. I feel like it almost becomes kind of like that smushy, fleshy kind of
mm
feel to it when it
mm
dissolves in your mouth. And I just think like every time I get it, I just think like that's like what Jesus' flesh would be like.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's I never thought of it that way.
Now you will.
Awesome. Let's
Every
go.
time you take it, now you're gonna be like, I see what he's talking about.
Hey, man. Hey, man. That's
Ah,
good. That's good. That's what Jesus is. You know, he told us to eat his flesh, drink his blood.
dude, I can't wait to go to Holy Hill next week because that's where we're going for mass. Are you going to the baseball game?
Oh yeah. Oh, is that where we're going?
That's where we're going. We're going to Holy Hill for
Yes,
mass
dude. I haven't been to Holy Hill in years.
because
Holy
we
Hill.
we were gonna go to the basilica, and I was like, well, Holy Hill's like basically on our way out. Might as
Let's
well
go.
because it's pretty close to Ocon.
Dude, I love Holy Hill.
Yeah, I haven't been there
That's
since I was like 8 or 10.
mm.
It's been a minute. I only live like 40 minutes away too.
Just
I
go.
don't even live that far away. I could just go on a little day trip if I wanted to.
Daily mass at Holy Hill.
Daily
That'd be
mass.
crazy.
Be pretty cool. Um, but that's all I wanted to say on it.
Yeah, I think that's all I've got.
All right, so that brings us to a short little sponsor of our socials. Go add us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and TikTok. It's all the TikTok and Instagram are Fellowship of the Cross podcast or pod. Sorry, Fellowship of the Cross pod, and then the YouTube, Spotify are Fellowship of the Cross. So
We gotta like make a list
we should
to
we should
read
do like a
off or
little
something.
script,
Yeah.
yeah, like an actual promo. Um, we are not sponsored by Bud, um,
Or Bubbler.
or Buffalo, yeah, not sponsored by other anything except God.
Yes. That's all we need.
Well, that brings us to the question of the week, which is, what is your favorite thing to do in warm weather? Think of like ideal weather. For me, it's like anywhere between like 77 and 80 degrees. Beautiful conditions and
Mm.
sunny with a light breeze. Uh, for me, my favorite thing to do in that kind of weather is biking's kind of fun. Sometimes, going to the beach would actually be top tier. Correct that. Beach football. Beach football
Beach football.
specifically would probably be my number one answer.
Really fun.
Or just basking in the sun at home,
Hmm.
or playing basketball outside too.
Basking in the sun. Basketball.
Cold
You know what-
lemonade with some ice cubes. Oh, it'd be so good.
That'd be really good.
Maybe cracking a cold one.
Oh gosh.
We could both crack cold ones this summer.
Later this summer, yeah.
Later for you.
We'll be cracking a cold Coca-Cola.
Ooh,
That's what we're doing.
maybe I'll go to New Glarus for your birthday. Ooh, for your birthday, we could celebrate. That'd be pretty fun.
That'd be pretty fun. Yeah. I'd be down. That all you have?
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
you had.
My 2-minute rant. Yeah, that's it.
I think my favorite thing to do is because I live out in the country, I just love going for walks with my dog. It's so much fun.
What kind
I
of
just-
dog do you have?
An Australian Shepherd, purebred.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, no, it's so great because we have so many trails, open trails, and then you can walk into the woods and just walk through the woods and you see all the animals and stuff and you hear all the birds and it's just so cool. And we also have a creek running through our farm too, so you can walk by the creek too.
Do you ever wear headphones when you go for walks? It's good.
I usually listen to music sometimes.
I love listening to music.
Yeah, but like if I get to like a really beautiful spot or something, I'll just take them off and just listen. It's so
Mhm.
yeah.
Birds chirping. We're getting to that kind of year where you wake up and you hear the morning bird go like.
Yep. Yep. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's all great until you get to summer and then you hear the like
Oh, the cicadas.
cicadas. Yeah, just it's so annoying.
Our noises combined made it really good.
It feels like you're out in the desert or something. Oh gosh. Not yet. Not yet.
We're getting close. All right. Well, let us know your answers in the comments. Thank you guys for listening. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Thank God for the beautiful weather. And Tom,
Christ is king.
amen, brother. Have a good week, y'all.